I know today Sam is not feeling well,
Yeah,
right?
she wasn't able to join us today.
Yeah, and as we agreed, we have a 6-week section before, so today is our last section. Um, the approach of today will be a little bit different. Um, I would like to recap the ideas and the achievement of your work. And I saw both of you make significant change, so I want to let you know the strength that I observe. Yeah, so it's also helpful for you to know your strength, so you can prepare for the future, all right? Yeah, I know you have been through a lot, the change of your marriage and the burden of your family, but you are still able to take care of other people in the family. I saw you concern your daughter's health and her safety. Yeah, and I really appreciate that. Yeah, and yeah, and you both have done so many things together. Spend time together, have breakfast, I went to grocery and yoga. Yeah. I want to let you know both of your goal is clear. You want to rebuild the relationship with Sam, and Sam also want to experience trust and autonomy in the relationship. May I ask you, what have you done to help you in making the changes in the past?
Yeah, I think, we talked about things that were different in the past and things that I missed doing with her, and I think it felt helpful just to be able to think of some new things that we can do together now. I think the yoga has worked and just been something that we can connect on. Even just like listening to music together, knowing that she wants to share things with me, and I've tried to be less, I guess, judgmental or controlling. I feel like I've seen her respond differently when I'm able to just enjoy the time connecting.
Yeah, that sounds great, because you realize that when you both do something new together, it seems different. And can I ask you, what is working for you in the previous section?
I don't know. I think last session I realized that I needed to take care of myself a little bit more, or celebrate the things that I've been doing well, because I've been really focused on Sam's achievements and how she's doing, and if she's okay, and if she's gonna mess up her life or ruin her future. All of my worry about her doesn't always leave room for me to focus on the things that I'm accomplishing and I'm doing for myself too.
Yeah, that's great. I'm so glad to hear that now you're able to take care of yourself, and also and you can also have a good communication with Sam as well. Okay. May I ask you, if scale 0 to 10, 10 is hopeful, and 0 you still need help. So where are you now?
I don't know. I wish that Sam was here because I would want to hear where she's at. I definitely feel more hopeful than when we came in. I'm somewhat worried that we won't be able to maintain or continue connecting in the ways that we have. But I would maybe give it a 6 or a 7.
Okay. 6 or 7. if you want to move up a little bit more, what is one little step you can start with?
I don't know, I guess like I would want to improve our communication. That feels like something that we've been able to do here, but I'm like worried that when we leave that we're not going to be able to like still communicate and understand each other. It feels like at home. I mean, not every conversation or interaction is a fight, but it does feel like we fight more when we're at home than when we come here and we're like able to get to the misunderstandings that led to the fights. So yeah, I don't know what that looks like. Maybe like improving their communication.
Yeah, that's true. So I heard that you're concerned with communication, and let's think of a miracle. What would be different if you woke up without any problem with Sam and you both have good communication with each other? What would be different?
I think when we first answered this question, we were thinking about like both wanting her dad to be back in the picture, and now like I don't want that. You know, I still wish some things about like the time that we were together, like some things about that time were better, but I think now I like can imagine, you know, waking up and still being without him. But we are able to listen to each other and communicate better, and I'm able to trust her. And you know, I don't want to put pressure on her to be perfect, but I think like seeing that she is responsible. Sometimes I like still worry about that, definitely, that she's not very responsible. But I think through this process I've grown to trust her and how responsible she is a little bit more.
Yeah. And I saw you change a lot compared to the first session we met, and you still have frustrated with Sam's her behavior, but today you seem strange a little bit. And may I know what do you observe about yourself?
I think I'm still concerned with her behavior. I don't think that we've gotten rid of the drinking, but I think I feel more hopeful that she at least understands more of why it's important to me, or it feels risky, I think. Just being able to have the conversations. I don't know.
And in terms of hopeful, where will you find a space to think of this? Where will you find a space to think, you have more energy, then you can make a good communication with Sam?
I guess, I don't know if this is answering the question, but I do think that taking care of myself, like I've noticed that this week when I was able to connect with my friends and remind myself of like the support system I have and like the things that I'm good at, it made me feel like I was more able to like deal with, maybe whatever life throws at me, and so I'm not maybe quite as stressed and worried about Sam. So I guess, I don't know if that answers the question. I think if I imagine myself being more hopeful.
Mhm.
It definitely comes from me taking care of myself and from me I guess trusting the process a little more.
Yeah. It sounds pretty good. And when you start take good care of yourself, or you can find someone to talk to, you feel better.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I want to. I'm curious. At this moment, where are you discovering now?
I guess I'm discovering I'm learning that I'm stronger than I thought I was. I'm discovering, I guess, new ways to connect with Sam. And I'm discovering the things that I do that I guess are hurtful for her.
Mm-hmm.
I think, yeah, I didn't realize how much she thought of me as like controlling, and that was hard.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess it's better that we talked about it.
Yeah. Yeah. And I saw you really care about Sam. And you always think a way to have good communication with Sam. With this awareness, what could be your plan?
I'm just nervous that we'll get into fights and that we won't have good communication to solve them. So, I don't know, maybe we could plan. We've tried like doing the journal where she like writes down things instead of fighting about them in the moment. So I think like maybe that would be a good plan, or we'll see if that is able to like improve our communication. I think, yeah, that's what we've been trying recently.
So you mean writing a journal?
So yeah, we planned, or we decided last time we were here that we were gonna write down how she was feeling, like especially because Sam just like will not talk to me. She'll shut down. She won't like we'll fight, and then she won't say any of the things that she wants me to know, or that we need to talk about, or that like I feel like she keeps secrets. And then if she has a place to write them down in the journal, then I can read them. Like she can write it when she's calm, and I can read it when I'm more calm. Yeah, so it's kind of worked. Like this week, there was a night that she came home later than I expected her, and I went off on her. I was upset. I accused her of drinking, and you know, again, all of that like mistrust came up of like, I don't know where she was or why she came home late, and I went through all these scenarios in my head of like things that could have happened to her. And so when she came home, I was just angry and wanting to know what had happened. So she wrote down on the notepad, like when she went to her room, and she, you know, told me, like, Mom, this is why I was late. And it turned out just to be like an accident on the freeway and like a big like major road closure. And I was like, well, you could have texted me. But then it did make sense, like that she was in the car and she was worried about using her phone, and so it felt like it was a good way for me to be able to get the information that I had wanted. Like I just wanted to know where she was, and she was able to communicate and tell that to me by writing it down on the journal.
And let's think about that. Let's try. What would be different if, again, if you woke up without the feelings like the feelings from the feelings of the dangerous things happen from Sam?
Yeah, I would love to wake up and not have to worry about her.
Mhm.
And I think I don't know, the world that we live in is scary, and so I don't know that I would ever like fully. I don't know if I could imagine like not worrying about something happening to her, but I think I'm like definitely growing and trusting her to
Mhm.
handle situations. And to tell me things that are going on. So I guess like I would wake up in that situation and like I would think about things still probably that could happen to her, but I wouldn't feel like I had to text her all the time or call her. I feel like I could have just like a little bit more calm and a little bit more trust. So that would be, I guess, like the miracle.
Yeah. I really appreciate that, and I could hear that when you put on more trust and more trust on her, you try. It seems better. So if I ask you to scale again from 0 to 10, when you put on trust on Sam, so 10 you feel great, you feel better, and 0 you is the lowest. So where are you now?
We started really low. I like had 0 or maybe 1 trust within Sam, but still it's not like 10 trust. I would say maybe like 4.
Mm-hmm.
Again, it's not been very long, and she is like proving herself to be more trustworthy than I thought. I don't know. Yeah, I can imagine it going up, but she is still learning how to do a lot of things. She's still figuring out stuff with her friends, and she's still making choices that feel like they put her in harm's way.
So now the number you pick 4, right? Yeah, before it's like 0 or 1. So why don't it's 2 to 3? How can you do that to move quite a lot? How can you do that?
Well, she did show me, and she does tell me like more what's going on. And it seems like there's real explanations for why she's making those decisions. I think before I like just didn't know what was going on in her mind, or I didn't quite see like things about her drinking as like a way to feel close to her dad, or a way to hang out with her friends. Like I only saw it as a bad decision, and so I think just like hearing her out in therapy has really helped. I think it makes me understand why she makes decisions better, and she explains to me now like where she was or what she was doing. So even if she does something that like worries me or makes me question our trust, she's also able to like make it make sense to me, I guess.
Yeah. So, what has just changed in you and between you and Sam?
I feel like I'm starting to understand her better. I feel like I get frustrated with her less easily.
Yeah. Yeah. And I saw both of you make a lot of effort. Sam, even though it's not her initiative to come before, but she never missed once, except today she's not feeling well. So I saw you both care about each other so much, and both of you willing to change. Yeah, I'm so glad.
No, I do feel like I've seen her be more open with me.
Yeah.
And I'm really grateful for that because before, like, she would just always leave the house or not talk to me. And now, at least I can tell she's trying to give me some of what I need to be able to trust her. And she's working to gain my trust and to do things on her own in a way that we can like both agree on. So that feels helpful.
Yeah, that's really good. And I saw both of you try so hard, and now she is more open to you. You know, herself more open, and you both try to communicate, write down to the journal, express. Yeah. We're just talking about writing down the journal. That's really helpful for Sam to express her feelings, and you try very hard to trust on her. That's really great. So in this moment, so where are you discovering in terms of you both improving each week? Anything else you want to share with me?
I guess like for myself, I'm feeling I guess just worried a little bit about Sam, because she keeps getting her hopes up about her dad. That he's said like 2 or 3 times that he's gonna come visit, and he's canceled both of those times. And so this week, he like made plans to visit again, and he told her that he's gonna bring his girlfriend, and I think I'm just having all kinds of like my own reactions to that, but I'm also really worried that she's just gonna get her hopes up, that she's gonna expect a lot from him, and that then she's gonna be disappointed. And I feel like every time she gets disappointed, like things that I worry about for her like get worse. So like last time she went out and was drinking with her friends, was like the same weekend that he was supposed to come and didn't. So yeah, I think that's like one of the things that I'm worried like it's not gonna just improve or get better, or that it's gonna continue like causing her to get disappointed and get hurt, and then go into these like patterns of like all of the things that I'm worried about for her.
So that's really not easy for you. Still
No.
worrying.
And we
Yeah.
thought about it last time that it happened, but I like told myself like I was gonna stop saying anything, but I just still feel like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to like keep my mouth shut about him. No, that's not true. I've done a really good job of like not saying bad things about him, almost to the point where like she still like has so much trust in him and so much closeness with him and like prefers him over me. So I don't know how to navigate it. I think like I want to say a lot of things, and I said them once to her, but it didn't go well, and so now I'm just like being quiet about it. I don't know. It just feels like really concerning, and I don't know how to like talk about it with her.
Yeah. And regarding Sam's reactions when he met his dad, and you're concerned about Sam. So with this, what could be your plan if Sam met her dad?
Yeah. I mean, I think him bringing his girlfriend makes me pissed. And like I just want to. Like I want to make a lot of rules of like she can't come over to the house, and Sam, like, I think it's irresponsible for him to introduce her to Sam. Like I don't know how long they've been together. I think they met in Alaska. I don't know, but I have to share custody of her with him. Like he's allowed to have visitations, and I can't like manage those. But I don't even know where they're gonna do the visitations. Like he hasn't told me. Last time he said he was gonna come, he said he was gonna come to the house, and I was like, that's not cool. Like the house is mine. So I just get so frustrated and so upset with him, and then like I don't want to take it out on her, but I feel like it does like get me all stressed. So I don't know, like maybe a plan for feeling less worried about it. You know.
Yeah. I'm curious. When you notice like these situations, when you have sliding back, what can you do anything differently to pull yourself up?
I mean, I guess the thing that I've been trying to do is take care of myself and look at my other support systems. So like I have a best friend, Kathy, who she's been helpful in like, because she went through a divorce too, and her situation is different because her husband lives like nearby, but they've had to negotiate some of this. So maybe like for me, I would talk to Kathy, or I would spend time at Kathy's house, or do something so I'm maybe not thinking about it, but yeah, just feeling like I need to reach out to them, I guess, to someone else, to some of my friends to support me, because I hate this whole situation, but what's important is my relationship with Sam, and not like doing things to jeopardize that. I just want to protect her, you know,
Yeah.
from getting hurt by her dad.
So I want to know a little bit more. When you talk to Kathy, can you scale to, for example, 0 to 10? At 10, you feel hopeful when you talk to her, and 0, you still need help. Yeah, the lowest.
Kathy's a good friend. I would say most of the time it's like an 8. Like there's a couple times that have happened where I feel like she just doesn't understand my situation, but no, like a lot of it has been helpful or good, or I end up just feeling like at least someone understands what it's like to feel the way that I'm feeling.
Yeah. Then when you talk to Kathy, what do you observe about yourself?
I think she like keeps me grounded. Well, I don't know. Sometimes like her kids are just different, and so she has more rules. I was gonna say like she keeps me grounded in like what is a normal amount of rules or a normal amount of communication or like expectations to have for her kids. But her kids are like 6, and so I know that like Sam has been wanting less rules and less communication, and Kathy leans more towards like lots of communication and lots of structure, and like I vibe with that, but that's not what Sam needs always. So I'm sorry, what was the question?
Yeah, when you talk to Kathy, so I want you to scale 0 to 10, and then you pick 8, right?
Yeah.
You feel hopeful when you talk to Kathy. Yeah, that's good. So if I ask you who can help you, the first person you will call Kathy.
Yeah, I think at least with this situation too of like managing kids in a divorce and yeah, no one else in my life has like really had that same experience. My sister, her partner died, and it was really tragic. And sometimes I feel like she understands like that loss of someone that you really loved and cared about. But I'm also just like so much more angry at him than she is. So sometimes she's another person I would go to with some of my feelings, but less to do with Sam.
Yeah. And I also want to know, like when you talk to Kathy, you feel better. When Sam write down the journal, maybe she feel better. So how about you? What's best for you? Write down the journal or talk to Kathy to help you?
I think it's more helpful for me to talk to another person, because then I get like an outside perspective on, you know, if what I'm feeling is normal or if I'm like worrying too much about something.
Yeah. So when you talk to others, talk to someone is really helpful for you. Yeah, that's good. And I will also want to know, how would you describe yourself now as a mother compared to when we first met a few weeks ago?
I think when we first came, I was feeling like I was doing a really bad job as a mom. And that I was trying so hard and nothing was working. I don't know. It's felt hard to figure out what's working and what's not working, but getting that, like, at least the feedback from Sam on the things that she hates or like the things that are working and the things that we can do together and that have like improved our communication. I think it's less like an overwhelming, like, oh, I'm like a really bad mom in every single way and everything that Sam does is like a reflection of that. No, I feel like more at peace, that I'm making some good decisions and there are some ways that we like are still working on it.
Yeah. And yeah, I'm so glad to hear that. I saw you grow a lot. Now you know your strength. You can trust her. You can communicate with her. I'm so glad today. I want to tell you that you make a good progress, and I really appreciate that.
Thank you. I think the progress that we've been able to make has just been because of like, your help and because you've allowed us to have like those conversations. Because it is really special, like coming in here, we were able to talk about things that we're not able to talk about at home. So I'm really grateful. I'm glad that we've done this.
Yeah, thank you. And also you and Sam really willing to try. That is really great. So I really appreciate both of your effort. Yeah. So we will finish here today. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Thank you. Thank you.